The great train robbery of over £3 million continues to baffle the British police.
Good evening.
However, we have here with us in the studio this evening
Good evening.
Sir Arthur Gappy, the first deputy head of New Scotland Yard. And I'm going to ask him a few questions about the train robbery.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sir Arthur. I'm going to ask you a few questions about the train robbery.
Oh, good. The very thing we're investigating. In fact, I would like to make one thing clear at the very outset, and that is, when you speak of a train robbery, this involved no loss of train, merely what I like to call the contents of the train, which were pilfered. We haven't lost a train since 1946, I believe it was, the year of the Great Snows, when we mislaid a very small one. You see, trains are very bulky and cumbersome, very difficult to lose, compared to a small jewel, for instance, or a small necklace, which pearl that could fall off a woman's necklace and into the tall grass or the sand if she's walking along the beach. Whereas a train is huge, with steam coming out of its very...
Well, I think you've made that point rather well, Sir Arthur. Tell me, please, who do you think may have perpetrated this awful crime?
Well, we believe this to be the work of thieves, and I'll tell you why. The whole pattern is very reminiscent of past robberies where we found thieves to have been involved. The telltale loss of property, and that's one of the signs we look for. The snatching away of money substances, it all points to thieves.
So you feel that thieves are responsible?
Good heavens, no. I feel that thieves are totally irresponsible. Well, they're a ghastly group of people, snatching away your money, stealing from you, taking...
I appreciate that, Sir Arthur.
Oh, you may appreciate it, but I don't. I'm sorry, I can't agree with you. I mean, if you appreciate having your money taken away from you, I'm going to have to consider you some sort of odd fish.
You misunderstand me, Sir Arthur, but please tell me, who, in your opinion, is behind the criminals?
Well, we are, considerably. Months, days, even seconds.
No, I mean,
I didn't read all those Sherlock Holmes stories for nothing, you know.
Yeah, but what I'm asking...
I didn't understand them, but I read them.
I mean, Sir Arthur...
What's up with orange pips? I don't know.
I don't know either, Sir Arthur, but I mean, who do you think is the organizing genius behind the crimes?
Of course, now you're asking me who is the organizing genius behind the crime.
You are a very acute perception, Sir Arthur.
We believe the organizing genius behind the crime is a Mindermast.
Mindermast? I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the term Mindermast.
Mindermast is the code word we use down at the yard to describe a mastermind. You see, we don't like using the term mastermind. It depresses the men.
Have you made any headway on the case, Sir Arthur?
Oh, yes. Through the wonderful equipment known as Identikit. Do you know about Identikit?
Yes, I believe that's when you piece together the face of the criminal.
No, not entirely. It's when you piece together the likeness of the face of the criminal. And we're not able to actually piece together the face of the criminal. I wish we could. I wish we could. See, once you capture the criminal's face, the other parts of the criminal's body are not too far behind, situated right below the criminal face, touched by the criminal neck. However, through the wonderful equipment known as Identikit, we have pieced together a remarkable likeness of the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Oh, so His Grace is your number one suspect?
Let me put it this way. His Grace is the man we are currently beating the living daylights out of down at the yard.
And he remains your number one suspect?
No, His Grace, the Archbishop, God bless him, no longer resembles the picture we built up. Change, I think, for the better. He thinks for the worse. There's a difference of opinion.
Yeah, well, I see. But I do believe I'm right in saying that some of the stolen money has been recovered.
Oh, yes, it has. Yes.
And what is being done with that?
We are spending it as quickly as we can. It's a short life but a merry one. Good evening.
Good evening, Sir Arthur.